All right. We are live. All right. So we are live. Let me make sure I got everything set up here. Let's see. Now testing, 1, 2, 3. Let's see what we got here. See if I can bring this closer. That might help. Okay, I think. Does that help any? Let me see if I can turn up the gain on this thing here. So it's been a while since I've done this. Here we go. Let's see. Now, how's this? Okay, there we go. Am I talking correctly? Yeah. All right. Let's see. Was off, chat away, making sure we got everything set up. And hey, who's out there? Somebody's out there. It's good. It's good to see you, whoever you are. Nice to see you and everything. I'm just kind of sitting here mumbling to myself. I apologize for that. Hey, Steve. Oh, thank you very much, Steve. It's good to see you. Yeah, I'm just sitting here. I got a package in the mail from Lego and Sears Up snow cones. Hope all is well. Going well. Yes, it is. It is going very well. It's going very well. And thank goodness. So I feel very, very blessed. And I thought, you know what? I had a few minutes just to kind of hang out and do some building and stuff. So I thought I would go ahead and build and see what's going on. And I got a package in the mail from Lego. I've already opened it. I couldn't stand it, but I figured I would open it here as well and kind of show folks what I have and what I got. Because I'm pretty darn excited. Hey, Kevin, it's nice to see you. Good to see you, my friend. I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to be streaming again. It's kind of weird to be streaming after all these months of not doing much, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, how do y'all like the scar too? Pretty cool, huh? And that's the little one. Yeah, don't see the one on the back of my head. Anyway, let me open this Vespa thing. So did any of you out there get the Vespa? I ended up getting it. Actually, it's funny because my wife saw this and she was like, and she has an office here at home and she has a backdrop of shelves, which are much nicer. Her shelves are like, $400 shelves. These are like, $20 shelves at Home Depot. But anyway, she's like, the Vespa would look really good on one of my shelves in the background when I'm doing my while I'm doing all of my not live streams, but all of her Zoom calls with all of her employees and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll get it for you. Let's see, the Star Wars speeders. Yeah. You know what? As a matter of fact, I have been playing for the past 2 days straight. I've been grinding on the new Star Wars game. I don't know if any of you have it or like it or are gamers or not, but if you are gamers and you like Lego Star Wars, the Star Wars complete trilogy or whatever it's called, not trilogy, the complete series, the complete whatever saga. I love that game. Yeah, you know what? Decided to scrap build in a pet shop today. Oh yeah, the pet shop is really nice. I love the pet shop. Yeah, if you don't have a console, it's kind of tough. But I'll tell you what, it's the best Lego Star Wars game I've ever played. I don't know about you, but I hate Lego for these thumb things. I don't know. I think these are the stupidest things ever, especially on all the ideas sets, because then you have to basically rip this thing apart and stuff. So I don't like that. And I'll make my opinion known that I don't like the idea sets the way they open up like this. I'm not a big fan because you have to, if you can cut them, but they do the, I don't know, anyway. So I got the Vespa. Hey, Drmcbrick, nice to see you. Good to see you. Bring back tape, Lego. Yes, I know. What's wrong with just taping them on the sides? Just even on these sets, if they just taped them and then had a little dotted line or something that you could just cut, and then I wouldn't mind opening like this, because back in the old days, back when I was a kid, that's the way you did it. You opened from the sides. So yeah, I am okay. Thank you very much, Tanker. I appreciate your thoughts, as I appreciate everyone's thoughts. Anyone who will watch this now, watches it later. I appreciate all of your thoughts over the many months. Thoughts, prayers, good vibes, everything that you've sent in terms of positivity my way. It really helped. And to be honest with you, I think it's what pulled me through. So thank you. All right, before we open this, let's open this thing and see what this thing is. I know we have only about 5 people on here. I don't expect many people on my streams, but I figure, some people say they like to watch them later. So I got this little tiny thing from Lego. And oh my goodness, I probably showed my address on there, didn't I? Anyway, that's okay. I live in a gated community and I have a 90-pound dog. So anyway, and lots of cameras around my house. Can't be too careful. So I ordered from Lego because I am planning on doing something, and I think you'll find out exactly what I'm doing once I show you these. I got these, and these aren't for what I'm doing, but these are just basic gray 2x1s. I got these because these are great for sidewalks and things like that. I needed those. You can never have too many dark translucent circles. Got them for water, make nice little waves or little kind of things like that. And then this, of course, is for water. I got more of these. I ordered these. Basically, what I do, and I think I mentioned this before, is whenever a new round of sets comes out, I automatically get on Bricks and Pieces, and I go or Bits and Pieces, whatever it's called. I get on that website on Lego, and I go to each set that's just come out, and I order parts from that set. So I don't have to buy the whole sets if I don't want to. Let's see. Recently hit 5 years of my channel. Congratulations, Tanker. Congratulations, 5 years. I'm on about 3.5. And it's slow going. I'm very fortunate to have 6,400 and plus viewers. I mean, not viewers, but subscribers. I have probably 3 times more viewers than that that show up in my stats, but it's really fun. So anyway, so I got these. I don't know, the color doesn't come out really well, but you know what color this is. This is the color for you know what, Tanker? Everything everything counts, and to me it's more about quality than it is quantity. And I totally respect people like the Jang and folks like that, and M&R Productions and everyone like that that have tons and tons, hundreds and thousands of viewers, millions of viewers beyond the brick and stuff. Totally respect that, and I love it. But I also believe in quality over quantity, and so that's kind of the way I am. It's like, you know what? I don't even have 10,000 viewers yet, but the viewers I do have tend to stay with me and tend to talk to me and be very, very engaged. And I like the fact I can be engaged with folks and I'm not losing control. So I know there's only one or 2 people on here. I appreciate all the likes and everything like that. But I think Tanker just kind of hold on, and that's what matters. Let's see. Scissor, where would you suggest getting bulk Lego door frames and door panels? The new Bricks and Pieces doesn't have the window panes. I noticed that because I was trying to get some myself. I know it's a thing to say, but I would go to Brick Owl or see, this is what brain surgery does. It makes you forget. Bricklink. Yes, Bricklink. I've only been a member since 1998 or whatever. Anyway, yes, go to Bricklink, and that's what I would try, and I would just look for the cheapest you could get. If not, if you have any stores in your community that are just parts stores, or stores that have like big bins, there's big bins of Lego that you can go through and things like that. Some communities have those. Try that. But anyway, but let's see. Yeah, see, since 2022, yeah. I was a Bricklink seller for a long time when it first came out. When the gentleman who created it first created it and came out with it and stuff. But then I went through a dark period, and I guess my dark ages, not a dark period in life, but just dark ages in terms of Lego. But I got these, and I got these. So I got a bag of these, a bag of curves, a bag of the ones that kind of curve, the small little ones, and this size. So if you can think of what I'm going to be doing with these, I think you might know. I have, let's just say we're going to be seeing double with stuff in the future in my Ninjago district. So, and as part of this, I also got a few plates to finish my skyscraper that I have with all of my sitcom apartments in it, my skyscraper. I also got some translucent clear. These are great for street lights and things like that. You can put LEDs inside of them or whatever, and that works as well. So yeah, the aqua color is very calming, and I love that. I absolutely love that. Let's see. You said you're trying to start a scale mock of the Justice League fighting each other for years of BrickCon. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool for next year's BrickCon. Yeah, I'd like to go to next year's BrickCon too. And my goal is to go to many more, or to go to Brick conventions. I've never been to one, but now having gone what I've gone through, you know what? I'm just going to live life and just enjoy it. And if it means going to, some Brick conferences and things like that, that's what I'm going to do. I'll pack up certain models I have and certain mocks and then certain layouts and stuff, take them on. So, I might need a little help from folks to teach me how to get involved with all of the Brick conferences and stuff like that around the country. All right. So, good to see you on here, my friend. Yes, Lake Brick. Good to see you too. And I understand you can't stay long. I won't be staying that long on this stream. Just for a little bit, just to start on this Vespa over here. But I thought I'd get on and kind of just celebrate the fact that tomorrow is 3 months since my surgery, since my main surgery. I've had 3, but since the main brain surgery, and I feel very blessed and feel like I'm doing all right. I still look like the goofy Dr. McBrick I always look like. All right, let's see here. Except for, I do have some merch on, by the way. The Dr. McBrick General Store on teespring.com, just in case anybody's interested. So these are the only stickers on the Vespa model. So I got to keep those nice and pristine. And I'll try this. Have any of you built this? Has anyone built this before? Because it seems really cool, to be quite honest with you. And I'm kind of sad that I bought it for my wife instead of me. But I don't have anywhere to put it. My studio's getting crammed with stuff. So hello, everybody. Hello. It's good to see people here, and I appreciate all the likes and everything like that. It's great to be back, and it's great to just be streaming for no particular reason. I appreciate it. Oh, you joined Bricklink in 2020. Okay, yeah. Bricklink 2020 was a good. 2020 locked us all in, right? So I was going to say it was a good year, but to be honest, I don't think it was that great of a year. To be quite honest with you, although I guess we could say that about the past couple of years. But anyway, 2020. Bricklink really is a great store, and there's so many people. The reason I think it's so great is because people care about Lego, obviously. And when you're getting something from Bricklink, it's from a Lego person that cares. When you go to Facebook, when you buy stuff in garage sales, when you buy stuff on eBay, honestly, a lot of times you don't know if that person really gives a rip about Lego. And I like the fact that Bricklink, that person cares. The way they package, most people package things immaculately. The only problem about Bricklink is the shipping, and that's what is hard, especially if you're trying to go across pond and go from Europe or Asia to the United States or back, or especially down to Australia. It gets really tough. If you're using your own people. I know I have a couple of great friends in Australia, and I talk with them, and I have a great friend a good friend in China, talk to him, and that helps a lot. I spent the most I've spent on Bricklink was with Brickzar, who has a wonderful channel, Jabbo, and also Jabbo has a wonderful Bricklink store. But I spent, I don't know, it was like $250, $260 or something like that. And it was also like 200 different lots or something like that. So it was crazy. For those of you that haven't seen the Vespa, and I'm sure you've all watched the reviews and stuff, but this is really cool, the way they have it with all the different Vespas. I'm not personally a Vespa fan. I like them, but I've never had one, never seen one in person. But it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna take out the bags. It looks like there's 6 bags to this set, about 1,000 parts, something like that. Something like that. And get started here. So feel free to ask me any questions or say anything or whatever. I know, again, I didn't figure there'd be too many people on this stream, but I wanted to. I thought, I'm going to be building this for about an hour, so I might as well talk to somebody. So it's nice to be able to talk to y'all, and it's nice to be able to get back and see some people I haven't seen or talked to in a while. I know some of my contemporaries, some of my friends, stream constantly. And since I've been gone, I've noticed that they've been streaming like crazy. They stream all the time. And so I thought, what the heck? It doesn't cost me anything, but my time. And since I'm going to be doing this anyway, might as well. So that's where I'm at. So let's see here if I can move my camera down a little. Oops. Pardon me for a moment. There we go. Let me move my keyboard out of the way. All right. Move this over here a little bit. I got to move some things around so y'all can see. All right. So this is bag number 1. You know what? Let me move. I got too much crap on this desk. Let me move this up just a little. Ugh. Yeah, that's not. Oh well. Anyway, enough of that. Enough of the craziness. So I'll take this, move this over here. I should have done this before I started, right? So hi everybody. For those of you that I haven't seen, I haven't talked to in the chat room, I can see that you're there out there. I'm going to move this up just slightly so that I can kind of still be in the game there. But yes, it's very nice to see everybody. And it's very nice to be back. And thank you for all of the wonderful, wonderful comments and vibes and things and prayers that you all sent me. It helped me get through. It really did. And I appreciate that. It meant a lot to me. All right. So we're on bag 1 of the Vespa here. I know what I got to do. I got to get back to building mocks because that's kind of what I love to do. And I know a lot of people like seeing me build mocks. And so I promise I will get back to building those once. Actually, I'll be getting back to building those soon because I have a Skyscraper that I took 2 bugles, daily bugles from. And I put in the apartments that Lego has come out with: the Seinfeld apartment, the Aquaman apartment, the Friends apartments, the Fab 5 apartment. Who else? Somebody else. There's somebody else in that apartment. There's somebody else in the apartment. But anyway, so I've got those all stacked up, and I'm on floor 6 now. And it's basically several daily bugle buildings smushed together. If you haven't seen them on my channel, check it out, because I think each apartment building came out pretty much the way it shows in the in the original apartment model. One of them, the Seinfeld one, it was basically just kind of sit it in there and build it, and it fit exactly the way I needed it. The Fab 5 I had to modify a little bit. Joey's apartment, pretty much the same. Had to modify it a couple of things, but hey, how you doing, Mescad? Good to see you. Yeah, bro, Thor, he's in there too. He's on the first floor. I don't know how he got a first floor apartment. I'm not sure, but the women, the Friends ladies, all have the penthouse apartment, which is floor 6, which is what I'm doing next, and I'll be doing that soon. And so I'm excited to get back to doing that because I know I've had a lot of people ask me, when am I going to do that again? And I'm like, hold on a minute, I just had brain surgery 3 months ago. Give me a break. Like my wife says, I'm going to use that as an excuse for a long time. But hey, I'll try not to do that. So. Yeah, that's true. Thor needs the exercise. I should have just put him on the 6th floor with a staircase is what I should have done, because he needs to go up and down those stairs even a lot more than I do. I mean, part of my therapy has been going up and down the stairs, and my bedroom is on the upstairs, but my wife was kind enough to make the office space into a bedroom downstairs on the 1st floor. She totally took out her office and put in a bed, a 55-inch HD TV, recliner, the whole works. So I was able to recuperate from downstairs and not have to go upstairs. But now that I'm back upstairs, my studio's upstairs and everything, I got a lot of exercise walking. I still do, walking up and down the stairs. And I think bro Thor probably needs to walk up and down probably 10 flights of stairs. I don't know, 20 times a day. The way he looks in that model or in that particular set, um, he's looking a little rough. So I know for me, in the past 4 months, I lost 30 pounds in the hospital, and that was pretty big. How big is Figsdale? Well, Figsdale used to be 30 IKEA tables, Figsdale and Six Figs combined. But now Figsdale is only it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to be 12 tables. And then Six Figs will be 16 tables. So I have to merge things, and then underneath of those tables, I'm actually building stuff. So all of my tables that were in my basement, as you see from my city updates in the past, they will then be underneath. Half of them will be on top, half of them will be underneath. So my city is going several different levels now. Doc Sampson, nice to see you. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. Yep, surgery was a success. Yep, I got several holes in my head. So that was nice. But thanks. I appreciate all your support too during my time off. Excuse me. So yeah, it's good to see you. Clicking Cliff, nice to see you too. It's good to see everybody here. I appreciate it. Thanks for showing up. All I'm doing is building a Vespa for my wife. I got it for her for her birthday because she wanted it. And it's great when your wife says, "I really like that set, that Lego set." You buy it immediately because that's permission as far as I'm concerned. So I bought it, gave it to her. She was happy. Anyway, so yeah, so that's what I'm doing. But yeah, I'll tell you, when I was in the hospital, I lost 30 pounds. I mean, and it really knocked me for a loop. But I've gained a little bit of that back. But yeah, I guess they say for every day you're in the hospital, it equals 3 days of like makes your body diminish 3 days. And so I was in the hospital for 21 days. So I guess I got lucky and didn't diminish as much as I could have. But that's crazy. I mean, that's crazy type stuff. When the nurse told me that, I was just like, oh my God. So anyway, so, I've been watching a lot of, especially like Doc and a lot of people's channels, Tanker and things. And, I've been trying to keep up with Lego as much as I can, but it's hard to keep up with all the stuff that they're coming out with. It seems like they're really coming out with tons of stuff. And some of the stuff seems to me, in my own opinion, seems to be kind of money grabbing. I mean, it's like, boy, there's some expensive sets coming out. I guess they know people like me and people like others, all of us AFOLs, we exist, and they're going for it. But they're great sets, like this Vespa. I mean, this is great. But have any of you got the DeLorean yet? Sometimes it's always. I was told by my friend Greg, his channel is GJ Bricks, and he's a great guy. He has a great channel, especially if you love trains. He does all kinds of cool train stuff. And I would check him out if you haven't. GJ Bricks, or GJ _ Bricks, I believe is his name. But anyway, he was like, he's like, did you buy the DeLorean? I would love to, but I don't have room for it anymore. I had tons of room when I had my basement, but now that I have my studio, it's only 25 by, I mean, it's still huge. Don't get me wrong. It's 25 feet by 14 feet. So, I mean, it's a decent sized room, but it's still, I don't have room for all of that stuff. Today at Comic-Con, I bought an off-brand Cyborg minifigure for my Justice League mock because actual one was like $80. What are your thoughts on buying brand or off-brand Lego, not sets and minifigures? All right, I can tell you that. That's great. Yeah, sure. I'd love to answer that question. My thoughts on that is there's a haul video that I did a couple weeks ago, and on that video I unbox a non-Lego brand set, and it's a set from Keepley, Keepley. Keepley, and it's a company that licenses IP from various companies, and they license the IP from Neuronto, and I can't say that name. My daughter will kill me. Piper will kill me. It's Neuronto, or it's an anime series and it's the set that is the tea shop that is in that anime series. And it is an unbelievable, really cool set. And I bought it from my friend Scotty Hoy, who has a channel, Brick Me Up Scotty, and he does all kinds of reviews on non-Lego brands. And he also does reviews on Lego sets. But my personal feeling is that, to me, if it's not if it's licensed, if something is licensed, and like if somebody comes to me, pays me $1,000 for the rights to sell my Smitty's auto repair shop, right? Then that to me is legitimate. They haven't stolen from me. Okay, they may not pay me what I'm worth, but they or what I think I'm worth or whatever. But they haven't stolen it. They license it. If they license it from a company or from an anime show, from a kids show, from somebody else, from some other AFOL, to me that's as legitimate as Lego. And even if so that's kind of my thought on it. My thought to it also is, let's think, especially for anyone who lives in the United States and really around the world, for the most part, we go into a grocery store and on the shelf there's 10 brands of toothpaste, right? And I've used this analogy before, is that there are 10 brands of toothpaste, and I don't look and go, hey, there's Crest and there's Colgate. Colgate's fake toothpaste. It's not real toothpaste. Crest is the only toothpaste. And what is this Pearl Drops toothpaste? This can't be real. Okay, I don't do that. I go, wow, there's 10 types of toothpaste. I better try and see which one I like the best. Oh, this one looks really cool. This one tastes cool. Pearl Drops toothpaste tastes amazing, right? But it doesn't really clean the teeth. All right, Crest to me cleans the teeth, so I use Crest instead of Pearl. So I guess it's just a roundabout way of saying that I don't have a problem with off brands. If you look at Figsdale and Six Figs, 95% of it is Lego. Only about 5% is not Lego. Oxford Block is my favorite off-brand or non-Lego brand. It's not off-brand. It's been around since 1970. As long as it's not copied without some sort of license. The other thing is, if I'm going to make a Lego, or if I'm going to make a brick model out of something. In other words, if I'm going to make a brick model of the Empire State Building, there's only so many ways I can build an Empire State Building and make it look like an Empire State Building, right? So it's hard to say I've copied somebody else who had an Empire State Building already made out of bricks, because you can't make an Empire State Building that doesn't look like an Empire State Building. In other words, the source material that you use is the same regardless of whether or not you're Lego, whether or not you're Oxford, whether or not you're Mega Constructs, whether or not you're Keepley or any of these other companies, right? The source material is the same that you're drawing from. It's only when you start to say, like, if some company came out and said, hey, we're making the Monkey Kid, right? Then that's a copy off of Lego, because the Monkey Kid is Lego's IP, right? But when you're talking about other things, especially buildings and monuments and different types of, especially buildings, you can only make it in a certain way because the source material looks the way it does, right? If somebody wants to, God forbid, somebody wants to draw a picture of me, right? I look this way. You either have to draw a picture that's similar to this. If you drew me without a beard and without glasses, it wouldn't make any sense, right? So it's the same way. So that's the way I believe with blocks and bricks. And I'm a firm believer in that when you hold a copyright to something, you should have it and you should keep it. But it only lasts so long, and once it's gone, it's gone. That's the way our law works, at least in this country and in many other countries. In some countries it doesn't. But so anyway, I don't know if that makes any sense, but That's my feeling on it. I don't want to have anybody's work stolen at all. I'm an artist myself, not just with Lego, but with other things I do. And I'm a creative person in terms of, in terms of plays and music and things like this. I don't want my stuff stolen. I don't want anyone else's stuff stolen. And I wouldn't steal somebody else's stuff. But if it's licensed, if I have permission, then, hey, it's cheaper. Oxford blocks, if any of you have ever used Oxford blocks, by the way, they're pretty much almost the exact same feel and clutch and everything as Lego. Okay. In Korea, they're really cheap. In the United States, they're pretty expensive. Anyway, I'll get off of that. You said, yeah, I don't have room for a DeLorean either in Ecto. That's exactly right. I love the Ecto 1 and I love the DeLorean, but I don't have room for them. And so, I like the supercars. And so it's like, well, do I get a supercar, like the Bugatti, which I do have, and the Spiron and all the, the whatchamacallit, the Ferraris and all that kind of stuff, or do I get the DeLorean? And I prefer to get, the Bugatti, just because I prefer to have a lot of supercars on my shelves than the Ecto, for instance. So anyway. Sorry, I didn't mean to bore you with all that, but I appreciate you, you asking the question. It's a good question. And it's always, even after brain surgery, it's still very difficult to build and talk at the same time for me. Some people have it down. I've never been able to get it down very well. I watch some of these people streaming and they're building and they build everything and just real fast and stuff. And I'm just like, how in the world do you do that, man? It's hard for me to do, especially now since I'm still in a kind of a fog, in a brain fog. I don't know if any of you out there who are watching this now or watch this later had any surgery on their head or anything like that, but it does kind of put you in a fog. So my city is currently only 2 big base plates and 2 base. Hey, you know what? That's great. Tanker, that's wonderful. You know what? You just keep building your city at the pace you can build it and at the pace you want to build it. And you know what? 2 base plates, 1 base plate, or 98 base plates. A city is part of who you are. And that's what matters. A Lego city is basically who you are, and you put your own stuff into it and your own passion into it. And that's what matters. To me, that's what matters. And that's why I love looking at huge cities. That's why I love building my huge city that I did at one point. And now that I have a confined space, I'm learning, and my stepson Adrian is learning that we have to build our city a lot smaller and a lot more compact and stack it. So I don't know if you've checked out any TikTok Lego streams, but some of those guys stream and build Legos almost every night. I know. I have checked out some Lego streams. After a few weeks in the hospital, when you're there for 21 days, it gets kind of boring. So I did, once my wife gave me my phone back, and because I kind of I didn't need it. I was just laying there basically for a while. But after 2 weeks, she gave it back to me and it's like, okay, I think you can use this now. And you're pretty safe posting. You're not going to post something weird. Because, when you're drugged up for a couple of weeks after surgery, you're just kind of like, yeah, I'll post to Facebook, I'll post to Instagram. And I did watch a lot of TikTok Lego and watch a lot of Lego YouTube, and things had really changed. It's really strange. It's like, wow. There are people that stream every single night. But that's wonderful if they can do it. I can't do it. I have other obligations, with my family, with life. And also I get tired very easily now. And I'm working on building up my strength. So you're seeing me right now at 5 o'clock or 4:57 Eastern Standard Time. You're seeing me probably at the point at which I'm going to start going downhill. I'm kind of at that top now with my energy level, but I'm going to start going downhill pretty quickly for the next couple of hours, and that's why I won't stay on too much longer. But yeah, I don't know. People have a lot of energy, and that's great. I don't know how, but I can start making more skyscrapers to have the same build. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, most of them are in their 20s. That's true. And I remember when I was in my 20s, and trust me, after everything I've gone through and being almost 56 years old in July, I'll be 56. I thought a lot about, man, boy, I sure would love to be 20 again. So, but I mean, in some ways, in other ways, I'm glad I'm the age I am, and everything. But yeah, with the health issues and stuff, and with having that endless energy, I think of my son, my grandson, and my kids. All my sons and my daughters. I think of all their energy, and they just don't sleep. Let's see. You want skyscrapers? But would you consider to start making more skyscrapers? That's a question I've been asked quite a bit. If I could make more skyscrapers in my city. And I've built the 6-story one. That's probably as tall as I'm going to get, because one of the problems that I have is that when I build stuff, I like to furnish it. And to build a skyscraper that goes all the way up, and to build it higher and higher, would mean that it would cost me a mint, because I would build out of Lego. I wouldn't build out of other different non-Lego bricks, and so it cost me a mint just for the bricks. I mean, this Daily Bugle skyscraper that I built is only 6 stories high. I mean, it's cost. Don't tell my wife. It's cost a mint to build. And thank goodness I make a little bit of money from my channel and my memberships and some of my merch and stuff. But yeah, and to furnish every single thing, to furnish 20 stories of a skyscraper, I wouldn't feel, maybe it's AHD or ADHD or something, whatever, I don't know, but I wouldn't feel right if every level weren't furnished. And so that's why I haven't built skyscrapers to this point, because I feel the need to furnish every single space. And so you'll find in Figsdale, if you look back on my city updates, or you look at what we're building now, everything is furnished. There's nothing that is just an empty shell. All right, and don't worry about the grammar. Hey, I'm a professor, but I don't take off for grammar when when we're streaming. That's not fair. If you don't mind me rambling about stuff, I don't mind you. I don't mind your grammar. So this is a cool model, because it's all brick built. I mean, there are obviously some Technic pieces in it, but it's brick built. And I think Lego's really been hitting out of the park lately, with taking ideas. Yeah, and Lego takes ideas too, right? They license them and they give royalties and stuff. And that's cool. That's legit as well. But they've been knocking it out of the park with all of their brick builds lately. Their Technic stuff's cool. I have a bunch of it. I haven't built, and I will, but they've really been knocking it out of the park with this. What type of redesign are you going to do, Tanker? How are you going to redesign it? All right. Enjoy church and play rehearsal, and everything. My daughter Piper is in Moana, and she had play rehearsal today as well, although she wasn't feeling very well, so she had to miss today. But every Saturday she usually goes to that. Thank you very much. God bless you too, and I really appreciate all of your work. I mean, all of your kindness. Again, all of your kind words and everything. Thank you so much. And I'm looking at the screen here with the chat, so I should be looking at the camera. I'm sorry, bad manners. So anyway, thank you so much, and enjoy your weekend. I think most, if not all of it, haven't really planned it out. I tend to design as I go. I do the same thing, and that's why behind me you'll see I have bins that are are color sorted. But then you notice I wouldn't make a very good weatherman. I also have bins that are not sorted. And most of my bins look like this, because I tend to be kind of a hunter and a pecker, in the sense that I go in and I hunt for bricks. I peck around the bin, and I find oh, wait a minute. Hey, this part. Well, maybe I should put arches on my building. So I'm like you, Tanker. I do the same thing. I don't really plan, but I have a plan, if that makes any sense. I know the plan when I see it. When I see an element, I will use it. I do have a parts bin and some stack-ons and things like that I use for parts, so I can go and find them when I want them. Certain parts, like elements, like these. It's like, okay, you have 1,000 of these, you got to put them somewhere, right? That's what some of these bins are about. But these bins over here are mostly about, hey, I'm just going to hunt and find things. I have a whole huge kind of tub, Rubbermaid tub just filled with Lego. I'll just dig through that with my hand. And there's, the sound is great. The feeling is great. The tactile experience, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Good to see you, Macro Bricks. Hey, Macro, I've enjoyed seeing some of your comments and things like that on my various videos lately. And yes, all is well and is on the upswing, thank goodness. And thanks be to a higher power, however you believe. But yes, I appreciate all your kindness and wonderful words over the past few months. Thank you very much, my friend. All right, so we're building this. This looks to me like it's going to be the start of a chassis. So as soon as I figure out if I have all my bricks correct, I'll continue here. So like every good AFOL, I can never find the brick that I need. And then I start to think to myself, Lego missed a piece. They missed a piece on me. But then I have never, ever had Lego miss a piece on me. I guess I've been lucky. But sometimes you just can't see it. It's right in front of you and you don't see the piece. Hey, how you doing, Vegard? Very good. Good. What am I building? I am building the Vespa from Lego that just came out a couple of months ago. Building it. I bought it for my wife for her birthday. She said that she loved the set, and so I took that as permission to go ahead and spend $100 on it or whatever it cost. And she actually does, and she'll put it on her shelf in her office. Commander, nice to see you. Nice to see you. And I'm feeling okay. Thank you, my friend. I'm doing the best I can right now. So anyway, but I'm still looking for this part here, and for some reason I can't find where this part went, and I know that it has to be here. Oh, no, it doesn't have to be here. Wait a minute. Yeah, well, anyway. I'm looking at the instructions and looking at the parts and stuff, and it really does look like a cool build. For me, one of the things that I mentioned is that I don't build so well and talk at the same time. I never have, even before brain surgery. I couldn't do that very well. So I'm trying to I love streaming because I love talking to people and just really kind of chatting and stuff like that and everything. And so I try to build, but it's hard to. So I usually try to build by myself, and then I take videos of it, and then I share it. It seems to work better for me. So I'm looking forward to digging into this when I'm not on the stream and not talking and stuff.
Ginger says hi.
Hi, my daughter Piper. She is
Can
there.
I show the chat, Ginger?
Yeah, you can show the chat, Ginger. Sure. There's Ginger trying to escape.
This is the kitty.
There's one of our cats.
All right.
Thanks, Pipes. Love you too.
Have a good stream.
Yeah, I'll be done in a few minutes, actually.
Okay, I love you.
Bye. So I'll tell her you said hi. Building and talking ain't easy, Jeff. You are absolutely right, my friend. It's not easy. But as a matter of fact, I'm probably going to have to log off soon because it's getting to be about 5 here, and I know that we're going to be eating dinners pretty soon. Janet, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Have I bought the 22 minifigs or series 22? I've bought about half of them. That's about all I think I'm going to buy. I was for a while into buying, every series and all that sort of thing. But then, I used to buy cases of them. So I'd have 3 whole sets of each series, and then I would use them for various things. Again, trying to cut some costs, things like that. I kind of decided that, instead of buying all of them and getting some that I liked and some that I just didn't have any use for, that I would just buy the ones I liked. So that's what I did. I got about half of them. I love them. Glad to see you recovering. Thanks, Jeff. Community's a lot better off with you in it. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. It really does. And I know people have said that, And I know you've said that, and other people have said that as well. It means more than I can express. So thank you. I saw that Lego teased the Muppets. Yes, they did tease the Muppets. I'm excited about the Muppets too, because I grew up with the Muppets. I'm of that age. And one of my favorite movies, one of my family's favorite movies, is Muppets from Space. And especially my older kids, my three older who are adults now, my three older kids, my 31-year-old, my 29-year-old, and my 25-year-old. We all used to sit around when they were little and watch Muppets from Space and just laugh. And we even actually at one point rented out the movie theater. And it sounds like it was cost a mint, but it didn't. It was very cheap, just for our family to come and our friends to watch Muppets from Space. And we showed Muppets. We plugged in the DVD, showed Muppets from Space on the big screen. It was awesome. I love the Muppets. So I will probably, Janet, I will probably get the entire series of the Muppets. That's one that I might buy the case of. And so I have 3 different sets. So one that I can keep pristine, one that I can keep for Figsdale, and then one that I can just use body parts for him. Hi, Darla. Hey, Darla. Thank you so much, by the way, for all of your great comments and everything like that, for you, over the past 4 months during my surgery and stuff. I appreciate it. I appreciate all your comments, as I do with everyone's. Jeff, let's see. We can finally recreate the episode with Duke Skywalker. Yes. That's a good idea. It's a great idea. I just want to create a lot of scenes with the Muppets, just like you're talking about, Jeff. I just think it would be so cool. And I'm excuse me, because of my space. Even though I'm working on Adrian's working on Figsdale, and I'm working on 6 Figs and Minecraft. I'm really obsessing about Minecraft lately, and Ninjago, and stuff like that. One of the things I want to do, and I've made it kind of a thing of kind of a goal of mine, is to do vignettes, because that seems to be a big thing now in the Lego community. And so I think the Muppets are ripe for doing vignettes. Recall the Muppet Show personally. I'm shooting for the 2 old guys. Yes, the 2 old guys. Oh, what the heck are their names? Oh, I wish I could remember their names. But the guys who talk like this up in the stands. Yeah, I love those guys. Yeah, and I remember one thing I was watching. Yes, that's it. Statler and Waldorf. One time I was watching, and they were having breakfast. A whole bunch of the Muppets were having breakfast, and they all of a sudden Kermit comes in and says, or no, it was the crab. He said we no longer, I don't know, we're having bologna sandwiches or something. And anyway, Miss Piggy got really mad and ran out. And Statler and Waldorf, I think, they said they panned to them or something, and somebody said, and one of them said, "Hey, is breakfast over?" And the other one turned to him and said, "I don't know why." And the other one said, "Because the bacon just ran out." And I thought I laughed for hours. For some reason, that was the best joke in the world. Miss Piggy leaves, the bacon runs out, breakfast is over. I just think that's hilarious. I was yesterday years old when I found out that Statler and Waldorf are apparently married. They are. I did not know that. Well, that's cool. All right, good for them. Good for them. I just think those 2 guys are really what made the Muppet Show. And they were in a couple of the Muppet movies and stuff. But anyway, they were funny commentary. So yeah. Well, it looks like all I got to was the chassis before time ran out. We got a few more minutes here on this live stream, and then I am going to have to cut it, but I wanted to keep it under an hour, and things like that. And thank you very much, Darla. Yeah, it's I'm happy to be in the live chat. It's nice just talking. This made it a really nice Saturday afternoon, just coming up here and talking to some friends that I haven't seen, and I mean I've seen and talked to over comments and things, but it's nice to talk to you kind of in person in a sense. You too, Jeff. Enjoy your weekend, my friend. Hey, Rebriculous. Yes. How are you? Oh, well, thank you very much. I'm glad that you and your daughter really have enjoyed have enjoyed the videos and stuff. And, I appreciate all of your prayers. And thank you for being such a staunch supporter of me, and providing me with good positive thoughts and prayers and things like that. And again, for all of you who are watching this in the future, thank you for everything that you've sent in terms of your positive vibes, your prayers, your good wishes, everything like that. And for watching my videos. I appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I really think that because of you all, because of my friends around the world and my friends and family, and of course my neurosurgeon and his team, I think that's what made the difference. Because going through what I went through was not easy. But here I am, and you can see I look halfway decent. I've lost a lot of weight, but I'm gaining that back faster than I should, to be quite honest. Let's see, macro. Yeah, speaking of dinner, you should go. Yep, I'm going to have to go too. Cheers to you, sir. And I will cut this stream. And I appreciate y'all showing up. Thanks a lot. I know it was a short stream. Didn't mean to babble so much, but I appreciate it. It makes me feel good. The Lego community has been wonderful to me during the 4 months that I've been sick, and I'm on the other side of it. So, and I think a large part of it, I know a large part is because of you all. So thank you very much. And yes, there are safer ways to lose weight, man. I'll tell you that. Yes, there are. And I'm going to be using those safer ways in the future instead of the way that I had to before. So one of these days, maybe like a face reveal, maybe I'll do a scar reveal and show you the back of my head. But I don't want to lose subscribers and viewers. So I'm not going to show you that. But anyway, thanks a lot, Brick Studio. Really appreciate it. And I appreciate all your comments and things to me as well. Thank you. I'll try to keep up the awesome content. I'm going to get back to making mocks. I'm going to go back to getting the city and 6 Figs built and things like that. So with that said, I appreciate it. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. And thank you very much. And again, thanks from the bottom of my heart. And it's good to be back, and it's good to be streaming again. So see you later. This is Dr. McBrick signing out.